Jake Bossenker, our Director of Agronomy Research here at Liqui-Grow.
Hi, and I'm Hov Tinsman with Liqui-Grow. I'm an elf in front of our Christmas tree, and granted, I am an elf compared to Dr. Jake here, but we're ready for Christmas.
Well, help me along here.
So, we've just been listening to stuff on SCN. What's the takeaway?
Yeah, so, we're here at the ICM conferences, the Integrated Crop Management conferences. One of the presentations that we both just got out of was a talk on Soybean Cyst Nematodes, right? If you've watched this channel at all, you know that I've talked about this topic a lot. Katie says it's my favorite topic, and it's close. But, the issue is that PI88788, which is the gene that we've been using for over 20 years now to defend ourselves against SCN, is starting to fail. And it's not only is it starting to fail, it's really failing.
So what can we do about that?
What we need to do is, the core thing you can do is switch to a Peking source of resistance. Peking has very little, if any, resistance buildup to Soybean Cyst Nematodes. So you're going to control those Soybean Cyst Nematodes. The issue is product availability is limited, right? We wish that we could plant these Peking varieties on every acre, but we're just not there yet. So what would we have our customers do?
Well, we need to get supply that Peking variety now. Get it ready, get it ordered, so that you can have it locked up for your worst SCN fields.
Absolutely.
We've also been hearing a lot about iron and beans. Where does that fit?
So we also heard another excellent presentation from Dr. Dan Kaiser at the University of Minnesota here. Dan, I would say, is one of the foremost experts in IDC management. The key takeaway from his presentation is that in-furrow iron chelates, particularly ortho-ortho chelates, are the most effective strategy other than varietal resistance to managing SCN, or to managing IDC and soybean. Okay, so if you had IDC last year and you want to actually do something about it, these in-furrow chelates are going to be your best management.
And that's what's going to help you hit the top end yield that we're all trying to achieve.
Absolutely.
We've also heard a lot of stuff related to the Canadian wildfires of this growing season. What effect did that have?
And if there's one question that I've had all growing season, that might have been the top. Okay, so lots of questions about the Canadian wildfire smoke. Did it reduce corn and soybean yields? And it's not an easy question to answer, but Dr. Dan Quinn from Purdue is here. He talked for an hour about this topic. And to boil it down, to boil a complex conversation down, with the timing of the wildfire smoke, if you think back to the growing season, we had these smoke events kind of in late June, kind of mid to late June, and that was prior to reproductive growth of corn. So because the smoke events were prior to reproductive growth, when we're filling kernels, making kernel number, because it was before that time, it probably didn't have much effect, if any, on yield in 2020.
Also, lastly, I've been hearing a lot about planting date for beans. Tell me about that.
So there was an excellent presentation presented by a crop physiologist, crop management scientist from Ohio State. And really, we talked a lot about planting date and issues with emergence resulting from cold, wet soils, and it was a long discussion. But one thing that he showed that I thought was pretty powerful is, if you have marginal conditions, let's say it's April 15th, there's a cold rain coming, we're just not sure we want to stick corn in the ground, what he would suggest is that you can stick soybeans in the ground and be okay. So, if you want to take advantage of some marginal planting conditions, you're probably better off planting soybean than you are corn in marginal planting conditions.
Well, and as you can tell, Dr. Jake can hit the ornaments a lot higher than I can. So with that, happy holidays from Liqui-Grow to you and your family and everybody that works in your operation.
Stay in the know with Liqui-Grow.